I used to think I was helping a struggling single mom. Turns out I was just funding her backyard parties. It took one $60 lie and a bounce house for me to realize I was never her friend, just her emergency ATM. Where do I even start? I used to have this friend who was always struggling. A single mom, barely getting by. You know, the type of person who somehow carries the weight of the world on their shoulders and makes you feel like you might be the only thing keeping them afloat? That was her. She had this way of texting, always in a panic, always with this soft desperation that made you feel like if you didn't help, something terrible might happen. Hey, I hate asking, but Bobby is sick again. Fake names, of course. He's got a fever, and the meds aren't covered. I just need $40 for the prescription. And then, a few days later, the doctor said he might need to be hospitalized. I'm heading there now, but don't even have enough for an Uber. Please then, I'll pay you back Friday. It was always something. Always urgent. Always involving her kids. And I believed her. Every time. Because when we FaceTimed, she looked exhausted. The kind of tired that lives in your bones. I'd see the bags under her eyes, hear the worry in her voice, and I'd think, what if I were in her shoes? What if I had no one to call in an emergency? So I sent money. Again and again. $20 here, $40 there. Sometimes more. I never once asked for it back. Because to me, friendship meant showing up when someone's at rock bottom. But then, one day, it all changed. She told me one of the boys had been hospitalized overnight. Her voice cracked like she'd been crying for hours. She said he'd just gotten released, but now she couldn't even afford his medication from the pharmacy. Just this one last time, she said. I swear. So I sent $60. And I waited and waited. No thank you, no update, no response. Something in my gut was off. It's like I could feel that she wasn't telling me the truth. And then I remembered something. Just a few nights earlier, we decided to meet up in a city nearby and go to the bar to get free drinks from men. Something we did ever so often, but never in the city. She got there first and shared her location with me so I could find her car. I opened the Find My app and there it was, her PIN, sitting smack in the middle of a park across town. A park? Not a hospital, not a pharmacy, a literal park. I stared at it for a full minute, heart racing. I tried to text her. No answer. I called, straight to voicemail. Her car had been giving her issues, so maybe she was stranded. I grabbed my keys and drove over just to be sure, and when I got there, my jaw hit the floor. There was a giant balloon arch, folding tables, music blasting, kids running around with cotton candy and snow cones. It wasn't a park, it was a block party. And there she was, right under a tent, laughing, BBQ in one hand, Solo cup in the other, not a tear in sight, and her hospitalized son, running wild in a bounce house like he'd won the lottery, healthy, happy, not a single trace of the story she fed me. I just stood there, frozen. It's a weird feeling, realizing you were never a friend to someone. You were just a resource, a walking bank account with a soft heart. I didn't confront her. I didn't need to. I just blocked her on everything that night. Because once someone proves they're willing to use your empathy against you, they were never really your friend. Just a really convincing actor, with your wallet on speed dial. Update. About a week later, I got a text from a random number. Hey girl, it's me. I feel like something's off between us. Can we talk? I decided not to respond, but the next day, another text from the same number saying, Girl, if you're mad, just say that. But please don't throw away years of friendship over nothing. Can you unblock me? I still didn't reply. And then, finally, one last message later that day. Wow, you're just gonna ghost me like that? After everything I've been through? That's cold. What did I even do to you? That told me everything I needed to know. No apology, no accountability, just guilt tripping. Like I was the villain for finally setting a boundary. So for those asking, I never got my money back. I guess she doesn't know I know about the party. But instead of money, I got something better. Peace. And a really important lesson. That sometimes being a good friend doesn't mean always saying yes. It means knowing when to walk away. Because people like that, they don't need friends. They need audiences. Last update. A mutual friend sent me a screenshot of her Insta where she posted a carousel of the party. Grateful for friends who always show up for me and my babies. #blessed. With pictures of the bounce house, the BBQ, the exact solo cup I saw in her hand. No mention of a hospital, no mention of a sick child. Just smiles, food, and fun. I am happy I was able to fund her son's party because he deserves it, even though his birthday was over a month ago. But I guess she waited a little so she could gather up money. Between all the money sent, it was probably $400 in 2 months, which should have paid for everything. If she would have asked, I would have done it for her, but I'm glad her character was shown so I can move on in peace. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe for more and comment down below what you think. Check out my page for more interesting Reddit stories. See you next time.